Jordan, both the admins who, the video's on. Hello, I know I said this is going to be the last one, but my laptop hates me. I mean, the last one was going to be the last one, but my laptop hates me. Also, I've already done the economics map. I've so far only included the EU, and with this, I've done NATO. Actually, let me quickly include BRICS in the alliance map. I mean, in this. BRICS. Actually, let me make it bright red, like regular red. Anyways, back over to here. Oh, dang it. I forgot whether Ukraine's a part of NATO or not. And I know I start this every time, but it's one of the few ongoing conflicts. And I'm gonna start this maybe like a month or two ago. We see Ukraine beginning to get invaded from Russia. And we begin seeing them going down their border and manage to do a naval invasion of Crimea. They begin going down and now have all their borders solidified. I think Kiev's right there, so they begin like a spearhead right there. Even though they just started the war, they begin doing some spearheads, which is a bit stupid. And decent spearheads from the spearheads. But, ever heard of military? They have. Okay, that doesn't they don't immediately die. They begin going down the something river. What's the river in Ukraine called?
Here's what I found.
Dnieper River or something like that. And I think it goes something like this. Effectively cutting Ukraine in half. But luckily they have a kind of ally. Poland! 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 Okay, they don't immediately kill everyone. But Poland brings a few more people into the war. Mainly the Baltics. And Georgia joins. As well as Finland. Now they already have people in there. Ossetia and South Abkhazia, I think, or something like that. And I believe it looks something like this. They managed to cut across, and I have no clue where Georgia's capital is, so let's just say they die. With help from the Polish, Ukraine manages to get all their land back. And begin slowly but surely invading back into their own land. And eventually, after a long time, they managed to cut the invasion in half. They begin going down the border and down the coast of this little area. Actually, let me just quickly... There. And they reach here. And then they take these two areas back. This area gets killed. And they begin a sort of counter invasion. And so that I don't need to do a big sweep, that Ukraine isn't Ukraining. Let me give them a little invasion that looks something like this. Oh, that's why. the Baltics managed to take this amount of land. And Finland does some very Finnish stuff. No, I don't know why I made the border like that. I just wanted to make it like that. Anyways, Russia decides to call in an ally. Belarus. Belarussia. The Bell Rush. Now, they don't do much, but they help a bit, sending... Actually, I'd say they don't join, but they send a crap ton of troops. They just send their whole military, and... Bop, bap, boop, beep, bop, boop, bet. What's ever heard of Poland again? Da-na-na-na. Anyways, because this is probably going to finish and everyone knows how, let us see how it's gonna finish. The Finnish are being very Finnish. Let me give Poland this area. Estonia gets this little area of land. Latvia gets this little area of land. Georgia, I forgot Georgia was in the war. They get fully annexed. So womp womp. Although the southern border looks a bit more clean now. Idea! Russia annexes all of Europe. Russia annexes all of the ocean. Russia annexes the world. Anyways, back to here. You see a Ukrainian, Belarusian, Russian union. That also includes half of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. I'm kidding, that doesn't really happen, because why would there be a border that has no end? I'd say Ukraine probably just takes this amount of land. Damn it, no, that looks crap. I'd say they expand their coast down here. Then do something like this. Now we go to Finland. Do 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 do. Anyways, let's go back to the alliance map. That was the wrong map. Womp. 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 Actually, no, I'm probably just gonna update this at the end of the episode anyways. Let me just move my phone. Phone, you go there, please. Just please. Crap. Anyways, we go over to Syria, and I said we start a few months in the past. Because Syria is very, very depressed. Oh. I'm not sure where the rebel groups popped up. Let's just say it's like all down here. There's one down here, here, and here. And we see them all begin spearheading to the center. Actually, let me just color these in different. Orange, green, and red. The red country manages to reach the center first, and I don't know where the capital is though. Let's just say it's gonna be in one of the one of the cut-off areas. That is the wrong color. Anyways, now these areas are sort of just cut off. We see the orange country get this, the red country gets this, and the green country gets this. And I don't know what to call these countries, so crap. Let me just make a middle-ish line. I'm just gonna call them East, South, and West Syria. Jesus, I'm tired. We see a certain Mexican country also implode, and it's mainly the cartel. Cartel. And yes, I don't know what. And yes, I don't know where the cartel is. How did you know? And then just. Also, I swear, I think Mexico City's like down in this general area. Like in this red circle, or this red circle, or this red circle, or this, or this, or this. Or this red circle. Well, I might be wrong, it could be in New Zealand. I'm just gonna say it's like down there. We see the cartel begin expanding downwards. But we also see... Let me just see how this looks. No, it's gonna be the other way. How does this look? Ooh, I like how that looks. We see them quickly invade into Baja, California. And we see them begin expanding down and sort of around the patterns of the states. Well, eventually more rebel groups pop up that want to be annexed into America, which I'm just gonna do. Some of them are awfully close to Mexico City. We see the US actually connect up to these. Eventually they manage to connect up to the cartel, and we see a good old-fashioned American battle. And they are instantly dead. Whoa, oh, 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 Savannah. Oh, I forgot to color in the Yucatan. We see the Yucatan and Southern Cartel connect up, and then they manage to connect up to America, and they decide to make a deal. Look, you help me invade Mexico, I give you land. And they're like, oh, and Mexico's like, Wait, no. Too bad, boy. We see Mexico City get basically fully walled off. And yes, I know if I've got a pixel, that's going to be Mexico City. These sections die, as well as this section. Actually, this long as hell section and this long as hell section, they go to them. And realizing they're dead anyways, they decide to just die. Now we see what this is gonna look like. First, we see the Yucatan get independence. Then we see the cartel make their own new country, which is gonna be just southern Mexico. Mexico becomes very, very depressed. Chihuahua gets independent. I think that's what. Hold on. Mexico provinces.
I found this on the web.
Oh, I've always been kind of wrong. Chihuahua is more like to the east. From this section, a bit more east. Down. Some knobbly bits. Straight up. From here, it goes right down. A bit more down. I'm just going to say it looks something like this. This becomes... The rest of it just becomes American. Actually, no, Chihuahua gets to have some land... No, some sea border. So, yay. Also, we see Ireland and Austria join NATO. I just want you guys to know that. Then the rest gets annexed into the US. Now that's a very, very weird looking US. They're probably getting like 7, 8,000 new states. On Wikipedia, looking at Mexican states, it says the states are the first level administrative divisions of Mexico and are officially named the United Mexican States. There are 32 federal entities in Mexico, 31 states, and the capital Mexico City. That, as a separate entity, that is not formally a state. I didn't know the states were living. Anyways, that's 2 things, and just on 3 things, just under 20 minutes. We see something. Who would have guessed? But this time they have help from Uncle Sam. But I'm not gonna colour him in because halfway across the world don't exist, mate. Sorry. Jesus, I'm tired. And we also see Taiwan join on their team. Also, apparently Beijing's like over here, which is not where I thought it was. We see Taiwan invade into China. Managing to take over all of the eastern coast. Oh. And we see... Oh! Wait, let me just... There. but we also see a couple areas revolt. We see a decent amount of Manchuria revolt. Actually, I think that's all of Manchuria. We see Tibet revolt. And we see Xinjiang or something. We see this area of China revolt. And what happens to China? Oh, yep, that makes sense. Now let's look at these borders. We go over to Tibet, who looks like this now. But we see some overlapping borders, which looks something like this. We see Taiwan get literally just all of the eastern coast. Or basically all the eastern coast. The Korean Peninsula becomes a lot more westernized, despite being one of the most eastern areas in the world. Manchuria decides to do a funny, but also gives some land to Japan and Korea. Actually, no, just Korea. Oh god, he got hit by a car. Anyway, time to ignore my phone. We see China look very depressed after this. Oh, I nearly forgot. So now the world looks noticeable. I know what we can do, boys. First, let me do the economics map, because I will not remember any of the EU. Finland, Sweden, let's just say Norway joins. Iceland, for some reason they join. They aren't in it, but they do. You see Greenland join. The Benelux joins. France, Spain, Portugal, you, Wait, this is NATO. This is the economics map. I know the Baltics are in it. See, Ireland and Ukraine join, Moldova joins, Albania and this area joins. Just like NATO 2.0, but an economic. It's an economic NATO. Economal. Duplicate layer. Let me delete these. Actually, on here, let me just quickly add bricks. Bricks. We see another alliance form called the East Asian Economical Alliance, or area. It has all the previous Chinese nations, and it has Taiwan. It has Korea, and it has Japan. It has Mongolia for some reason, and it has India. Taste the sun. And we see one more alliance form. The American Economic Integrity. Synonyms for great starting with O.
Here's what I found.
The American Economical Integrity Outstanding Union, which has them, Chihuahua, the cartel and the Yucatan, and it has them. I'd say it would also probably have France. So let me just colour in Brittany. And it definitely also have the UK. I'd say that the East African Union would probably make an economical alliance. I forgot exactly the borders, so I'm just gonna do what I think it is. Definitely have them. We see the CSDO. Who's in this CSDO?
I found this on the web.
Who's in the CSDO?
Here's what I found.
That is. Hold on, I haven't done all of NATO. The US, UK. Not CSGO. CSDO. Who's in the CSDO?
I found this on the web.
It has all of them. The UK. I'd say that Chihuahua would probably also join. Russia. Belarus. Armenia. Tajikistan. I don't know who's Tajikistan. I don't know any of the Stan nations, so I'm just gonna color them all in. Anyways, I'd say 1 or 2 more alliances pop up. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, Ireland joins NATO. There's a worldwide protectorates organization, or the WWPO, and it has Mexico, the Yucatan. Actually, I'd say that the CSCO probably also has Venezuela, even though it's really just pro-Soviets. It has basically just all of the east coast of South America. No, it does. It's also gonna have France. It's gonna have Britain. It's gonna have the US. Let me just draw a good looking Florida. Florida! Florida! And I'd say that was it. Wait, if... I'm confused. If... Say there were 3 alliances. Let me just make a new layer for it. The Red Alliance, the Yellow Alliance, and the Blue Alliance. Say there was a country that was in all of them. Let me just colour them in green. Say blue attacks red, red attacks yellow, yellow attacks blue. Red would be activated because of that. Yellow would be activated because of that, and blue would be activated because of that. What the hell would green do? Would green just have a seizure? Like, they would technically be a part of all of the wars. No, they'd be so scared they'd just end up having a seizure. There's a couple more alliances I want to add. The PDO, and yes, I know I'm basically just taking that from Adas Pro, but I do not care. It has Vietnam, no, not you. The Philippines, Indonesia. It has Australia, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Bougainville, which I don't know where they are. I think this might be Bougainville, I don't know. So I'm just gonna give them a little purple speck just in case. You're gonna have one called it's gonna be called the Middle Eastern Protectorates. It's gonna have Israel, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and yes, because of the Sinai Peninsula, Egypt is technically part of the Middle East. Iraq and Jordan, and South Syria. I nearly forgot the country's name. India, Pakistan, Myanmar, Afghanistan, Thailand, Nepal, Bhutan, Cambodia, Malaysia, Bangladesh, China, Korea, Japan. Anyways, I would say that is definitely enough countries. So, goodbye.